Good morning, y'all. Welcome back with the Horse Barn. We're working on Clyde, my 63 C10 that's been sitting for 23 years. We got a gigantic pile of parts, and this morning we're going to make a rolling chassis. All right, a couple of quick updates. I got this little caterpillar critter looking thingy on my shirt, which is on top of my overalls, I guess, which is supposed to help with sound, I guess. So hopefully that'll be good. Timeline update. Today we've lost a bunch of time. Had to work on the daily. Had to work at my parents' house. Had to just life, you know. Today is Sunday, August the 2nd, 26. I have 7 weeks and 6 days, 5 days and some hours until we leave for the car show, which is pretty exciting. A week from today, so on the 9th, math, yeah, 9th, next Sunday, a bunch of friends from my car club are coming over. We're going to set the cab and assemble the bed and put the bed on this. So I won't get a whole lot of time to work on this during the week. So I really have to have I pretty much have to have a rolling chassis today, so we can be ready to put the cab and the bed on next Sunday. Probably get a couple hours to fiddle with stuff this week, but you know, today's my day. So we'll start digging through these parts. I checked the parts already, and everything's here. One part missing, but LMC customer service at LMC was awesome. I called, they said no problem, sent me a new one, so it's in the mail on the way here. And there's one part I forgot to order, added that. But we should have everything to make a rolling chassis. Brakes, brake cables, wheel cylinders. I'm gonna clean up the old drums, hopefully. So let's get cracking. We got a lot to do. All right, we're gonna get started on the front shocks here. I'm gonna stick a clip in here of me and the kids trying to sort out the replacement shocks the other day. They didn't come with lower hardware. Well, I got that hardware. All right, welcome back to the Horse Barn, folks. It's Monday, July 20th. Deadline update. 9 weeks, 4 days, 15 hours till the car show. But that's okay, because we have parts. And by parts, I mean absolutely the cheapest shocks I could find anywhere on the internet. So we're gonna try to get at least the front ones on today. May not do the back ones because we have a bee problem in this area over here that I haven't resolved yet. It's very near the back. So, all right, let me get all set up here. We'll get back with you. Okay, get these suckers opened up. See if it's, you know, first of all, if they're actually shocks. Don't always get what you think when you're ordering off the internet there. So I got Goldilocks helping me here today. We're going to see if we can get these shocks on. Open that one, Goldilocks.
Okay.
QTE Auto. Very, very reputable brand.
I'm Speeder, entering the room.
I think this is intended to be a front. It's got the post and the spacer bolts to the frame, so I think we got a front one here, guys. We got Let me know if you got a front one or a back one.
I don't know if I have a front or back. Where's the camera?
Do you have hardware like this in yours?
Now, this was supposed to be back.
Got the
Can I take something?
post bolts to the frame. So I think that's intended to be a front.
No.
We'll open the other ones and see if that's true.
Hey, Dad. What can I do? You got the shock. One shock open. And the hardware for it. I don't know if this is the front or back, but it just... We'll find out. Open that one. We'll find out, I guess.
Well, I'm going to give you this one there, Peter.
Ooh.
Okay, get that out of there.
Ah,
Alright, show them this bag. You got a back, you have a rear. Different hardware.
is this the back or a front?
That's a front, because it's got, you'll see in a minute, that post right there bolts to the frame.
We got
Holds the shock.
our
So, I think
second front shock.
I think we'll hold off on doing the back ones, buddy, until I can get the B problem resolved.
Oh. Was this the back? Or this the back? That's the front. Oh, oh. Oh, frick. Oh, frick.
Alright. Well, start.
Frig.
Somebody can take this one to the other side.
Hey,
Take this one over to the passenger side there.
do you mind if I close this? It's oily.
Not gonna hurt anything. Close it.
Oily.
Okay, guys. I think we'll get started by bolting in this stud that goes on the frame here. Holds the top of the shock. We got a lock. Kit comes with a little lock washer. And I've got the old one, but this one's shiny. Use it, right?
Yeah, it's shiny.
Shiny equals better.
Yeah.
And what I don't see here is a bolt at the bottom of the shock. Oh, no? No, I don't think there's a bolt at the bottom of the shock. That's gonna work though. Alright, let's tighten that stud up and figure out the bottom bolt.
You technically haven't been in. It's a little camera storage. And then the video started.
Okay. Let's get some.
Jerk me over.
Ha! Got the wrong wrenches.
Like that. What did I say? Oh my goodness. Ew, it's oily. Ah. What's this? You wanna go get some gloves? Yeah. No. Good camera. I'm jacking myself up. A good camera. This one. See? What's wrong? Kenny was just packing on that great thing. Maybe again. Also, by the way, you can tell that one's dark foot, that one's light foot. I'm gonna hit light foot with an on.
Why would you want to do that?
Hey, I hit him. Light foot. Dark foot's already got like 10.
Alright. So the kit does not appear to come with a lower bolt.
Hey, dude.
So I wanted to show you what I got going on here. Looks like the bushing on these replacement shocks is a little bit wider than the original boss, or the original tabs. So it looks like I'm gonna have to spread that out a little bit to get the bushing to go down in there. And then I found a bolt that's the right diameter, a little bit too long. So I guess I'm gonna use this as a reference and try to find me a bolt at the hardware store. So let me bend those tabs out and see if I can get that bushing to go in there.
Whoa! That was far. Where'd the poppy bug go? Here he is. Pop.
All right, it's fighting me. Why is it fighting me? I think part of the problem might be is the suspension is completely extended as far as it'll go. But I don't have any weight on the frame, and so I don't really have a way to, you know, collapse the suspension.
They're looking at the yin in the background. Now they're looking at my feet in the background. I'm tired. I'm going down to the house.
Okay, thank you for your help.
I'll see you guys in a later video.
I just realized it doesn't make any sense to fight that bolt in there if that's not the bolt, if that's just the temporary bolt. So that's what I'm gonna tell myself so I can give up on getting that in there. Okay, let's do the same thing on the passenger side. Get the stud for the upper mounting stud in. Call it done on this side too, until I can get that bolt. If y'all are lucky enough to have an Ace Hardware near you, then consider yourself lucky. That's where I'll be going to get my bolts. Oh, ignore the ratchet strap. It's
may or may not temporarily be part of the frame, because it may or may not be pinned in between the upper control arm and the frame. You know, hypothetically or whatever. Okay. Tighten this one. Get our other stud, or our other shock, whatever that thing's called. And I think I'm gonna, when I get these stuck in place, I think I'm gonna at least look at the back, move my workbench, at least look at the back. Maybe I can reduce the number of trips to the hardware store. So that'd be good. Although, you know, going to a good hardware store is not the worst thing in the world, right? Wrench acquired. Shock tight. Okay, we are gonna move my workbench over there and make it look more like a workbench. We're gonna try real hard not to drop anything or, you know, blow out. Workbench moved, rear shock acquired. Let's test fit this. I don't know that not sure it comes with any hardware at all. Yeah, it comes with some spacers. No bolts. Okay, I have to get bolts for it too. Let's see if it's even in the ballpark of being right. Yes, I think that's gonna work. All right, so I have to figure out some hardware. All right, what am I trying to say? So my super cheap, absolutely cheapest shocks I could find look like they're gonna work. I'm sure they're gonna ride great, you know, because that's what you expect from the cheapest thing you can possibly find. I gotta come up with some hardware, but I think that might be it for tonight, because it's, you know, 900,000 degrees, very humid, and I gotta make dinner. I think what I'm gonna do here is, this one's fighting me for some reason. I'm gonna pull the top off, because I think the top's gonna be easier to line up. Get the bottom bolt in, and then put the top back on. Now maybe in 5 minutes I'll think that was all a horrible idea, but that's what I'm going with right now. This one is, I don't know if something's crooked or if the tabs are bent on the lower control arm or what, but this one has been fighting bad. Bolts are almost too long, if I'm being honest. But they didn't have an in-between size, so this is what we got. Oh, that's not gonna work. I have to leave. It's gonna have to not get a lock washer, it looks like. There's not enough space there for a lock washer. lock washer under the head of the bolt. That does nothing, right? Okay, let's see if we can get this top lined up. Ah. Brilliant. Oop. See that again? All right. Installed. Let's go to the other side. We get another bolt. Oh, it's in my pocket. I'll just use one of them in my pocket. Doing anything on this side kind of sucks because this gutter drips right here, and I feel like you're enduring water torture or something. But that'll be all right. Won't matter once it moves. You know what? I might do the same thing over here. This one's not fighting me as bad, but that was awfully easy on that side. I think I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Oop. Wrench down. Oh. All right, let's see. This will cooperate. Nope. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Whew. Why does that touch the frame? That's not a problem for today. That'll be a problem for when we're on the way to the car show and trying to figure out what that strange clunking sound is. Right? Right. Right. Front shocks in. All right, I think what I'm going to do next, I think I'm going to do front wheel cylinders. So that'll let me put the brakes together. All right. If I can find the retainers, I might go ahead and put the rubber lines in too. But one thing at a time. Front left wheel cylinder. Bought this kit from LMC that's got all 4 wheel cylinders in it, which is pretty cool. That's not it. Where is it? Maybe that's it? Yep. WCK805. I assume that stands for wheel cylinder kit. Pretty, I think, safe assumption. All right. Now, are these labeled? Yeah. Huh. Wheel cylinder front wheel cylinder left hand. Got the right one on the first try. My father has always said he'd rather be lucky than good any day. What's that? Oh, ha! This is a brass washer that I just almost lost. All right. Anything else in this bag? Nope. We're guessing 15/16. Good guess. That's aha. There we go. Decide if it's going to rain or not. It's supposed to. Another reason why I'm doing the front first. I strongly suspect that I'm going to end up getting rained out at some point here. All right. Installed. All right, let's find the right front. Front wheel cylinder, right hand. Gotta be honest, it's making me a little nervous how well this is going. So. All right, we're gonna not drop the little brass washer this time. That right there. Stuff that in there. How did I do the other one? Oh, there we go. Kind of put it in there and twist it, and it's in. I'd like to, at some point here, I'd like to get a better camera set up. That way y'all could actually see what I was doing. I suspect this is a little bit like an audiobook for y'all right now. Just listening to me describe what I'm doing. But we'll get there. Stick with me. I'm going to get some better cameras. Okay. All right. What do we think next? What do y'all think? Rubber lines? Rubber lines. Rubber lines. All right. So there should be 3. Should be 2 fronts, 1 rear. I guess the fronts are the same, I think, as far as I can tell. Same part number, 344403. So I got the 2 fronts are the same. Go ahead and put them in. That way that rubber line doesn't, or that rubber line, that brass washer doesn't have a chance to disappear. Okay. Wonder what the chances are that I'm going to find that keeper for the thing. I mean, they're not zero, I suppose. But, whoa. Gotta start cleaning up a little bit. Putting some things away. I have not been thrashing on stuff. And this little work area is kind of a mess. Might come as a surprise that I can't find the right wrench. All right, wrench acquired. Oh, that's funny. He was there the whole time. He was there the whole time. I just got this one out of the toolbox. Okay. All right, there we go. Put the other one in. Somebody moving some dirt across the valley there. Oh, like a skid steer. Somebody running a skid steer across the valley there. Okay. Now, let's see if we can find those keepers. Yeah, there's the antenna nut. Whole bunch of body bolts. You know what? I'm thinking there's a very, very low probability that I'm going to find those. They're small. They've been off the truck for a long time. All right, what's next? Put together front brakes, right? I should go ahead and clean up the drums, paint them now. They can be drying while I'm putting the brakes together. Plan. Got it. All right. Let me turn my parts rack into a paint table. Get the drums out. Be right back. All right. We had to relocate. Got bees in the wall back there, yellow jackets, and I cannot get rid of them. Every time I turn on my little pancake compressor, they get all snippy and come out of the wall and try to kill me. So we're out here now. Let's finish up and see if we can get these painted and dry before the rain gets here.
Okay. Rusty junk. Now, slightly less rusty junk. All right. Now let's make it shiny rusty junk. All right, painted. I just noticed something interesting. Two of these say, well, two of them don't say anything. One of them says, made in Brazil. One of them says, made in Argentina. I don't know if any of those are the original drum. I don't know. I don't ever remember putting drums on it. But yes, let me know in the comments if any of those, if you know if any of those are the original drum. I don't know if parts were made in, if GM 1963 used parts made in Brazil or Argentina. I'm not sure. All right, paint it. We'll let those dry. Regroup, figure out what's next. Start putting the front brakes together and try real hard not to get stung, I suppose. Well, y'all, it's the next day. Turns out, when you've only made 2 YouTube videos, it's a bit of a learning curve. I continued to work for several hours and recorded no audio. So I didn't figure y'all wanted to watch a silent movie. But I have exciting news. I have a rolling chassis. I made it. There's a few small little hiccups. I'll tell you about them. So apparently I only ordered 1 brake cable. Probably want to go ahead and get another one of those. And the parking brake bars for the rear brakes were not present. They are absentee. But it's pretty exciting. Rolling chassis. Got a little less than a week. Gonna try to get rear shocks on, rear brake lines on, brake lines, steering installed, engine and transmission attached to one another and in. So that way next Sunday, which today's Monday, next Sunday, when my friends from my car club come over, be ready to set the cab and the bed. And then this sucker will look like a truck again for the first time in 23 years. But for right now, a rolling chassis. This thing has not had all of its suspension and all 4 of its tires in 10 years, at least. Pretty excited. So, big progress, big progress. Very excited about the progress. All right, if you want to keep watching my progress, follow along with me and see if I make it to this car show or not. Remember to like, subscribe, do the bell notification. That'll tell you when I put a new video out. I'm shooting for every 2 weeks, the beginning here. I'm thinking every other Monday till I get the hang of this, and then I might start trying to do once a week. We'll see. All right. We'll see y'all next time.